Hello, astrology enthusiast.
Hello, astrology enthusiast. I'm Megan.
I'm Kimberly.
Welcome to Moon Signs
and Storylines.
This is our favorite part. Part 3. We get to share our reference with you.
Yes, we've done a lot of research and work on this full moon chart.
Check out part 1 where we go over what a full moon in Gemini energy is. And then part 2, we look at the chart and then tell you the plot twist. And then this one, we give our own reference to understand the energy of the now, of the full moon in Gemini with the storyline. And who wants to go first?
Let's see.
Rochambeau.
Oh, you cut me.
Oh, wow. Interesting. I think I'll go first this time.
Okay, you go first.
The hook for the full moon in Gemini. The answer to life, the universe, and everything is 42. But what does that really mean?
I have no clue. If that's how old you are? You think you know it all at 42?
She's not going to get it, but I'm going to go on. It means that one idea is silly and a joke. Under the full moon in Gemini, let your curiosity guide you. Stick your thumb out. The adventure is already in motion. The information that shows up around December 4th, think of it as a treasure for your future journey. So keep on the deeper truth. It isn't simple. Mercury, freshly out of retrograde and still in the shadow, digging for real meaning, makes it all a satire. And above all, know where your towel is and don't panic.
Know where your towel is and don't panic.
And the answer is 42.
And the answer is 42. I hope I even know when you say it. I hope I even know what it is.
Okay, so my reference to the full moon in Gemini is The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
I have never read that book.
But you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I know what you're talking about, but I've not read that book.
Okay. Well, at first it was a BBC radio show.
Oh.
And then it was a British series. And then it was a book. And then it was a movie. And then it's a bunch of plays. And if you YouTube it, there's a lot of fan favorites. And they make their own scenes from it, too. So it has a life of its own.
Oh, wow. A whole world going on I had no idea about.
Yeah, totally. So The Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy, which I loved first, is a 5-part book. And the first one is The Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy. And then the second one is The Restaurant at the End of the Universe. And then there's more. But they're all hilarious and funny and really playing on, there is no one answer to the big question.
I like that.
So the whole premise of The Hitchhiker Guide of the Galaxy, like the main character is a book.
Okay.
Very Gemini full moon.
Yes, very full moon Gemini.
When I was thinking about the full moon in Gemini, Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy came up right away. The entire story revolves around a guidebook full of information, updated constantly, filled with random facts, written in a witty, curious Gemini tone. And it literally exists to help travelers understand the universe. That's Gemini at its highest. Information that helps navigate reality.
Oh, okay.
Then I want to lean on Sagittarius. The journey is through the unknown, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Sagittarius is exploration, it's expansion, it is adventure, it is like trying to figure out what is the point of existence. And in the book, strange planets and stranger philosophies, like when you're thinking of Sagittarius, stranger philosophies. And the Hitchhiker is the Sagittarius's Odyssey. The story literally asks, what is the meaning of life? What is our place in the cosmos? And how do we survive chaos and uncertainty? What is the truth behind everything? And when you wrap the whole chart together, one of the best quotes of The Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy What's written on the cover of the Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy is the words, "Don't panic." I want to say that's one of the best Sagittarius season. Don't panic. Trust the journey and keep a sense of humor. So first I'm going to go into the leaning planet leaving retrograde in Scorpio. Deep questions to big Mercury in Scorpio. What is the hidden truth? What's underneath the story? What is really going on? Sagittarius, that's why we're retrograding, going back into Sagittarius. What does it mean, the bigger picture? How do I apply this to life? The Hitchhiker bridges both. Deep questions, comic but cosmic answers. And you gotta wrap that on with like all that deep Scorpio retrograde Sagittarius energy with this full moon in Gemini. So we continue the humor. The humor is clever, philosophical, absurd, chaotic, curious, and esotericism all wrapped up. Both hit both of those, Gemini and Sag. So here's the humor when we think Mercury, the leading planet. In Scorpio, the answer to life, the universe, and everything is 42. So that's the end of book 2.
Okay.
that's
Let's
the
move
punchline
on.
of the
Keep
book.
going.
So Mercury in Scorpio is asking why. Sagittarius is giving answers no one expects. And Gemini is collecting the data behind the answer. And then also the Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy, like the book, the main character of the series, is a guidebook that's literally the knowledge of the trine that we have here. It's like representing all cultures and all things on different planets, and it's making them human, kind of. Like, so when it talks about different species, it's like humanizing them. I feel like that's a trine. Jupiter is in Cancer. Emotional expansion, heightened sensitivity, caring for the inner world, cardinal water, initiating emotional truth. And this is square to Chiron, and it's been squared to Chiron in Aries for a long time. It's the healing courage to feel our emotions openly. And how that ties into the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. In the first chapter of the Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy, one of our main characters, Arthur Dent, who's the human, and he's very like, oh, is me, and really wants his tea and his sleep, and he doesn't want discomforts, and he doesn't want like chaos. He just wants a simple life. And his house is about to get demolished to make a freeway path. But also in that chapter, the Volgorns, or whatever they are called, also have a plan to make a freeway pass, a space travel freeway through our galaxy, and Earth was going to get demolished. So Arthur Dent had no time in his journey to hitchhike and get away from Earth before it got destroyed to really have any...
How's it going to get away from Earth?
He hitchhiked. So Jupiter in Cancer, Arthur Dent, and like the entire, almost how he feels throughout the story is he's missing his home. He has no time to kind of sit and go through sadness, grief, go through sorrow that you need to.
All the emotions.
All the emotions. So Jupiter in Cancer can sometimes feel like that. But it is, trine to what we have Saturn and Neptune in Pisces. And those are together in this Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy. We're really using our imagination. And the bad guys are the bureaucracy. The bad guys are the aliens that come and all are about like, you had, we notified you about Earth being destroyed. You had the documents. You had enough time to like object to this, but the Earthlings are like, what? Just like Arthur Dent was. So Saturn and Pisces and Neptune together sometimes feels like we have no control over what's going on in our society. And then you have that trine to Mercury in Scorpio, just like really trying to find the deep questions, which we already talked about with the how funny it is that the answer is 42. Like, there's no way that there's going to be one simple answer to the absurdity of life and what we have to go through daily in our own personal journeys and in our collective journeys together too. And then we brought it up in part 2, but we have this mutable grand square. So we have the full moon square, the nodal axis in mutable signs. The north node is in Pisces and the south node is in Virgo. The theme right now is not knowing where you're going, constant adaptation, flexibility of identity, flexible truth, movement, motion, mental reshuffling, letting go of a plan. Absurdity is the guide. And learning from motion, learning while in motion. So how this energy of the nodal axis square to the full moon ties into our story is the Hitchhiker's Guide is an adventure of one mutable cross. Like, nobody knows what's happening, and when you're reading it or watching it, neither do you. There's no map, there's no logic, there's no stability. It just keeps moving, and you have to figure out what's going in front of you, and the only guide you have is this silly guidebook, the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, to help you along the way.
Panic.
That says don't panic. The wisest words in the world, don't panic. Yeah. This literally points to the full moon with the mutable cross. If you don't understand what's going on, don't panic. Adapt as you go.
I think I have adopted that memo.
Yay.
My whole life.
So another one I want to bring up that really hits home with this Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is that Venus is in Sagittarius. And there is a lot of Sagittarius in this, but
Yes.
Venus's values and what we appreciate. So I want to just do a little shout out to Venus in Sagittarius because it's Sagittarius season and I love you. So finding meaning through movement and the heart of the traveler, Venus in Sagittarius. So how this goes with the Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy is one of my favorite characters in it, which is the alien himself, but Ford Prefect. And he is the one that owns the Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy. And he is employed by them researching and updating the book. And everyone needs a Ford Prefect in their life. He embodies friendliness, adaptability, letting see what things will happen, a love for the unknown, and the humor to survive and use your wit in moments. The friend that knows the universe. He stays curious, and he reminds you, what does he remind you?
Don't panic.
Don't panic. And that he got you.
I'm going to remember this line. Don't panic.
And another useful thing that he says is it's always good to know where your towel is. Because when you're traveling, if you're a traveler that knows where your towel is, it's assumed that you have all your stuff together. It's assumed that you know where your toothbrush is, where you know where your wallet is, and where you know where you're going. So, where is your towel? Would say our guide on this full moon in Gemini, Ford Prefect.
Perfect.
Uranus is in late Taurus, and it is trying to Pluto in Aquarius. Bureaucracy exposed. Uranus doesn't want anything slow, no more, but it is going to be an upheaving. Social reorganization.
That feels like an oxymoron.
I know.
Uranus and Taurus is an oxymoron.
It's like this slow up leveling of instant value change. Yeah. Transformation that affects everyone. So how this goes with the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is this is the demolition notice no one reads. It is mindless officials, priorities that make no sense, and watching Arthur's house and then the earth get destroyed just for like a bigger freeway. So we're all seeing this like in the universe right now. We feel like we have no control. There's fine print everywhere, and we're like, what is happening?
Just don't panic.
Just don't panic.
And know where your towel is.
So how this, yeah, exactly. How this ties in is the government is actual absurdity too, right? Like we gotta find humor in this full moon in Gemini. Mm-hmm. The system has failed. People wake up. Mm-hmm. And through chaos we have right now, transformation begins. Where's that pendulum again? Where's that, that compass again? So the humor of the story is the Pluto-Uranus trine is here. Collective change is shown through absurdity and realizing that we're in it. Okay, so my final thoughts. Like the Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy, this Gemini full moon hands us a book full of facts, warnings and odd advice, and unexpected wisdom. Mercury and Scorpio asking deep questions. This is the kind of full moon where we ask deep questions and get answers like 42. This mutable...
I'm not going to read the book.
This mutable energy. The book is updated as you go. Like your life is updated. That's mutable energy. In the book, each chapter started with a question and ended with a bigger question. Life right now.
Yes.
And this is Sagittarius.
This will drive Gemini nuts. They have to find the answer. Sag is good not knowing.
Yeah. And, oh gosh, watch the movie if you haven't, because what comes out of the Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy would probably make every Gemini crazy, because it's like part of information, right?
Yes.
And then Sagittarius season printed loud and proud on the cover of the book. It's what all of us should say daily during this time.
Don't panic.
And the water trine. The guide doesn't give us facts. It gives us emotional intelligence disguised as comedy. Water trine vibes. This full moon reminds us the same lessons as the guide. You don't need to know the whole plan. You just need to take the next step. Keep your curiosity alive. Stay open to change. Trust your instincts. Ask questions. Follow the breadcrumbs. Laugh when the universe gets weird. And above all,
don't panic. Love it, love it, love it.
Happy full moon in Gemini.
Oh, yes. I'm going to have to remember that. Don't panic. Really, that's what we all need right now.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of panic.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect, perfect, perfect. I loved it. Okay, so for mine. Oh, I've got the hitchhiker on my head now. Let me go into mine. A lot like you, I saw this full moon in Gemini as a story.
Yay.
Is the writer of a story. So I went with that. So if this Gemini full moon had a soundtrack, so it's a songwriter. It would be written by someone who turns diary pages of heartbreak into art. And honesty into superpower.
Taylor Swift.
How did you guess?
She is a Sagittarius.
She is a Sagittarius.
And how does she go with the full moon in Gemini?
Well, let's just get into it. Let's get into it. I chose Taylor Swift's songwriting.
That's very Gemini.
The Gemini full moon brings reflection and duality, much like Taylor Swift's songwriting, which often tells a story of multiple angles. She shifts between the narrator and the inner voice and the other person, just as Gemini holds two truths at once. This energy invites clarity and new ways to understand the past. So let's talk about the Sagittarius sun opposing the full moon in Gemini. This is Taylor choosing between the big picture that she wants to live, Sagittarius, and the many thoughts and memories and details that she could write about, Gemini. It's the exact tension you hear in her music. The part that wants meaning versus the part that wants to tell every detail. She's very detailed in her writing. The way she can structure a sentence is like great. The philosopher versus the storyteller. It feels to me like she's standing at the mic deciding, Do I tell the whole truth, or do I tell the truth that frees me? My suggestions for everyone: when you feel torn between saying everything and saying what truly matters, choose the truth that sets you free, not the truth that keeps you tangled.
I hear she very much expresses herself in her songs.
Yes, she does.
And she untangles those emotions.
Yes, she does. She's excellent at it. So I looked at the ruling planet, which is Mercury and Scorpio, that just came out of retrograde. That is details, that's telling the story. Mercury, the ruling planet, which is in Scorpio, is connected to the Grand Trine, the water Grand Trine, with Jupiter in Cancer, Neptune and Saturn in Pisces. This is lyrical alchemy. Taylor is famous for it. It's like Taylor is sitting with her journal and intuition and deep feelings and spiritual truth is all flowing through her pen. Now, you see this a lot in her two albums, Folklore, and Evermore albums. It's part of the chart, dreamy, emotional, and powerful. Those are very, if you're familiar with her music, you will agree Folklore and Evermore is very mystical, emotion, and she just writes it out. Also, this full moon squares the nodes. This is mutable Grand Cross. All the players are mutable energy, but they also connect to all the elements. So we have the full moon in Gemini, which is mutable air. We have the sun in Sagittarius, which is mutable fire, and they square the nodes. The north node in Pisces, which is the mutable water, and the south node in Virgo, which is the mutable earth. This reminds me of a song from her 1989 album, Out of the Woods. It's a pull between truth and distraction, heart and mind, past and future. In this moment, and when she sings Out of the Woods, she asks, are we out of the woods yet? It's a karmic checkpoint. Are we choosing healing, Pisces? Are we going back into old patterns of perfectionism, Virgo? We get to decide during this full moon. I also saw that Pluto in Aquarius. Speaking of Scorpio, Pluto in Aquarius, sextile Venus and Sag. This is the moment she digs deep into her heart and finds the bold, raw lyrics. Makes me think of the bold transformation love song of Bejeweled. It's Taylor remembering her worth, breaking old patterns, writing from a place of truth and reinvention. The lyric, best believe I'm still bejeweled. Wish I could sing. I'd love to sing it. This energy reminds us to reclaim our shine, break old patterns, and show up boldly and unapologetically in love and in life and in our own truth.
Power, man.
Yes. And then we have Neptune and Saturn in Pisces, sextile and retrograde Uranus in Taurus. This energy is all about focus and meeting inspiration. It's that sudden spark of inspiration that feels magical, but it still has the power of being something real. In the song Epiphany, she wrote, something keeps me wishing I could wake up in a different life. Let this remind us our ideas, even the sudden unexpected ones, can become something meaningful if we give them structure and attention. That's the Saturn in Pisces. Then I saw Chiron and Aries squaring Jupiter and Cancer. That's the moment in a song when she drops the emotional truth to the precise moment and you can feel it in your chest. The wounds meet expansion, like in the song The Archer. I wake in the night and I pace like a ghost. Set with what comes up. Feel it fully. Let it teach you. Your pain can become your power. It's the hurt you didn't ask for, turning into the wisdom you didn't know you had.
Makes me want to see. You need to read The Hitchhikers, and I need to listen to some Taylor Swift songs. We're branching out.
We're branching out. So my final thoughts on this full moon in Gemini. This is your rewrite story. Let the Sagittarius sun guide your next chapter. Let the Gemini moon help you tell the truth of this one. and let the nodes remind you you don't have to stay who you used to be. Just like Taylor's songwriting, we're allowed to heal out loud, let go of the old drafts, and step into the life that finally sounds like us.
Nice.
I want us to also remember, one small question can open the widest door.
Nice. Beautiful. Yeah, I gotta listen to more Taylor Swift. And the final thought, really, and especially the door open wides, I just want to give credit to the writer of The Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy. And he's like, it's just one thought. One thought was like a Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy, and then he wanted he wanted to make a comedy and not a sci-fi. But then he exaggerated out everything. So one of his little jokes is like, once the Earth blew up, it had to be a sci-fi.
Yes, it had to be.
So what was that quote again that you said?
One small question can open the widest door.
So yeah, just think like Douglas Adams, and every little question just goes into a whole different direction.
Yes. And like in Taylor Swift, I'll be honest with everyone, I was not a Taylor Swift fan for the longest time. In the beginning, she was young, and her voice, I just could not take it. I really couldn't. But as she has matured, and her songwriting has matured, which is her art, that was very important to her. I think she's one of the greatest songwriters.
And that shows that the Nodal Square, because she's adapting and then growing and adapting and then growing.
And if you follow her albums, they follow her life.
The journey.
The
story.
Which is Sagittarius and Gemini. Yeah. Sagittarius says she's moving along this journey, and the Gemini is writing all about it with all the details.
Nice. Yeah.
You know? And then all the water trine is all the emotion.
Yeah.
And then the notes is like, where do we go?
Yeah, and what's her next album going to be? We don't know. It's unknown.
You know what I like about her? She does everything in 5 years. She hints, for her last album, hints to the next album. That she hasn't. So, on the Eras Tour, she performed for 3.5 hours.
Wow.
Okay? And it was through the eras of her music writing. At the same time, in between these shows were 2.5 years that she did the Eras Tour. She would fly back to, I think it's Denmark or Switzerland, and write her newest album at the same time that she was performing and doing all of this, which means that, so when she ended it, the Eras Tour, she walked into an orange door and closed it. And then her new album is orange. She gives clues constantly, which I love that. That is Gemini.
Yeah, and Sag's a full moon. Like, I really see you going from idea to idea.
Yes, that's what she does.
The light is on right here and then here, and you're following the little curiosity.
Yes.
Road.
So stay
Road
curious.
Curiosity.
Yeah. So when I thought of songwriters, it was Taylor.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she's a Sag.
When I thought of humor and satire and like trying to find the meaning of life, I thought
Don't panic.
Douglas.
I still don't know what 42 is about.
No one does, and that's why it's so funny. Because there is no one answer. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So they like go through it and they're like, what is it? And it takes like 1 million years and everyone's there waiting for the answer and it comes out 42.
Okay. Random. Something Sag would do. Something random.
Oh, it's so funny.
Yes.
Anywho, he's a full moon Pisces.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's a full moon baby.
Yeah. He's
full moon Pisces. Yeah. Virgo with the full moon in Pisces.
I forget. Like and his Saturn is conjunct Neptune. But it's in Libra. But anyways, he has that energy. Like, he's really trying. The satire of like what humanity goes through is just hilarious. And then also how people grabbed it and just made it into their own 20,000 times. It's beautiful too.
Well, Taylor's, I think, rising sign and Venus or Scorpio.
Yeah, the leading planet, Mercury. Fun time. So yeah, let us know what your reference is. Let us know if it even their chart hooks back, but it doesn't even matter. It's really like the energy that they carry, like Taylor's long history of albums and the path that we see her go through, and then the Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy of Don't Panic.
Yeah, I'm going to remember that. I think that's perfect. So, if you like this video, hit like and subscribe and hit the bell so you get notice of our next video. Our next video is number 4, and that's when we go around the zodiac sign and give you a question to ponder on this full moon in Gemini.
Yeah, it's tough on us, so do watch it and let us know if we do okay.
And we have a live chat going on the 4th one.
Yeah.
So that you can ask questions too.
Community.
So, yes. And remember, today is a new day and a new opportunity to make this world a better place. Cheers.
Thank you. We appreciate you guys.